all the people in a company are very important, and, but particularly it's important that you have identified the various functions in the business that need to be managed, and then you hire, you obtain the right person for that position, and because in that those different management functions are the key, one of the key things in a business. But it's like a chain. If you have a weak link in the chain, and it could be at the management level, it could be at the warehouse level. If somebody works in a warehouse that drives a truck, if you've got a weak link out there, it's going to show up. And I don't care how good your management is. So you got to have this. What I'm about to say is true for everybody. When people join our team at Fisher's, we look for three things. First of all, do they have the capability to do the job? In other words, do they have the education? Do they have the interpersonal skills with people? Are they technically qualified? That type of thing. So number one is, do they have the capability to do the job? Number two is, will they do the job? There's a big difference between, you got all the skills, but if you don't have the right type of motivation to apply those skills and get the job done and be efficient in getting it done, then it doesn't matter whether you got the skills. So you got to have the skill level, and you get the job done. And the third, and probably more important than the first two, but they're all important, is team fit. You've got a team in an organization. It can be a major company with lots of divisions, but everything's broken down into smaller work units. And so a smaller company like Fisher's, we've got 55 employees. It's critical that we have team fit. In other words, what I mean by that is that the individual is going to be fit in. It's going to work well. It's going to play well in the sandbox with everybody else. The way we do that is to figure all that out is we do testing, and we do in-depth interviews. And the testing is very in-depth. We know exactly where the person's aptitude is when we get done with the testing. And then second, on the interviews, we do 3 to 4 hour interviews, and they're very telling when you do an interview that long, because you're going to get to the bottom of where that person is and how they function. So how do you find those people to get the job done? And that's the million-dollar question. But that's where you've got to start with your CEO, the person that's running the company, and make sure that they're well connected and that they've got their feelers out and their tentacles out in the community, and not just the community locally, but through the industry that you're in, various groups that you belong to, and so on and so forth. And you're always on the lookout for the right people, okay, at all levels, but particularly the executive level. And you've got to find people that share the same values that you do as the leader of the company, that the shareholders have, the board of directors, and then do everything you can to go get them. And then one other thing I would just say about those executives is that they have got to enjoy each other, because they're going to be working long hours. They're going to be really dependent on each other. So team fit there is really critical. In a business, a manager has got to be, to a certain extent, ruthless about this, because if you accept mediocrity, then your business will be mediocre. And I know at Fisher's we've made some changes, and I felt bad about it, but it had to be done because we didn't have team fit, or we didn't have people that would do the job, and now we do. And it's just incredible what a difference it makes by having everybody working together, heading in the same direction.